I'm a photo junkie. I'm a person junkie, I guess. I love nature more than I can tell you. I can't take any pictures of it. They are meaningless. What draws me to take pictures of people who I historically have been afraid of, socially, have little social skills? It's probably because I have little social skills from the very beginning and wanted to connect with people. And the camera somehow let me do that. So it satisfies a really important part of my life, that I'm connecting with people. And I can connect with them on my own terms. I can be intimate with people. They don't know it, but we share something incredible. I can scrutinize people and they will give me such amazing stuff because they are amazing. And this thing happens between us and then I go away. And they go away. And you don't have any responsibility like raising children or putting kids through college. It's just instant gratification. This as the US and British ground war continues. I always hated the war from the very first second, but I was afraid to have an opinion publicly, share it with people I know, because many people I know are for the war. I felt like you weren't supposed to disagree. I decided to photograph protesters at long last when I became honest about how I hated the war. I went to one march in Washington, big deal. There was no peace movement. I was also ashamed of that. I felt always lucky to live here, but never like, gee, I'm proud to be an American. So maybe my lack of pride in being an American prevented me and gagged me, and I'm definitely cowardice from taking yet again one more stand. But I went nuts when I saw how people looked when they were thinking about the war. My intention was to use the portraits of them as propaganda against the war. It will present to the public an idea of what protesters really look like, and reinventing for America that a protester is this, and not the idea that's in the mind of a protester, some kind of a raging fool, maniac, the enemy, the other, but it's these people. And then all these people will become protesters. So that was a real good inspiration. Plus, the pictures were terrific. I had no problem walking up to a total stranger and saying, I'm Judith Ross, I'm making portraits of people who are against the war. Are you against the war? I went up to them with enormous enthusiasm, which I feel was kind of aggression, said what I wanted to do. They agreed. I plunked the camera down, I took the picture. And being naive or stupid is a really good starting point for making art. Because if you think you know what you're doing, forget about you. Or soon, art will make you forget about your stupid ideas. So it's about looking at the real world. And oh, for God's sake, what is more wonderful than looking at the real world? And then you don't have to worry about your opinion or your thoughts or anything. You're swept away by what's in front of you. And photography does that for me. Photographs are much more appealing to me than life. Life is too hard, too complicated, too scary, too meaningless, too everything. If you look at a photograph, you think you understand something. You do for a few seconds. As long as you go back to that picture, you can be comforted.